The Prime Minister says Ottawa will take whatever steps necessary to prevent more boatloads of migrants from arriving on Canadian shores. Stephen Harper made the comments as the first immigration hearings for the 492 Tamil migrants who arrived in Esquimalt on board the MV Sunsea got underway in Vancouver. A News reporter Shachi Kurl has the latest.
From the decks of the MV Sunsea to immigration court in Vancouver. In just 5 days, the first of the 492 Tamil migrants who arrived at CFB Esquimalt seeking asylum are already having their cases heard by immigration adjudicators. Reporters are allowed to sit in on the hearings, but interest groups such as the Canadian Tamil Congress are not.
We will respect the wishes of counsel for the claimant in regards to keeping their identity sealed.
Neeraja Ganeshalingam believes as many as 11 of her relatives were on board the Sunsea. She says desperation drove them to circumvent Canada's immigration laws and leave Sri Lanka by boat.
The whole country's human rights record is just awful, and they've risked a lot. They've lost their homes, their education.
A lawyer who's offered his services to the migrants says if they are allowed to stay in this country, Canadians will not regret it in the long term.
I see people who are fleeing, but I also see the opportunities that this country has to use them and to make them productive, exemplary citizens of this country.
But the Prime Minister says he's more concerned about a different kind of potential. The possibility more vessels carrying more Tamil migrants are headed for Canada.
We will not hesitate to strengthen the laws if we have to, because ultimately, as a government, we're responsible. It's a fundamental exercise of sovereignty. We are responsible for the security of our borders.
But he's yet to provide specifics, leading Liberal critics to wonder if it's not an empty promise. After all, the Ocean Lady turned up in Victoria 10 months ago. Today, the vessel sits derelict and abandoned at a dock in New Westminster. The 76 Tamil migrants who arrived on that ship have all been released from custody as they continue to wait to hear whether they'll be allowed to stay. In Victoria, Shachi Kurl, A News.